start. Yeah, so for this night, I'm going to backtest the market, and for tomorrow in the morning by 6 a.m., we're going to analyze the market to see what the new week is going to have for us. So for this night, I just have to backtest and go through all my trade for last week. Let me see what happened last week, where I missed out and where I was able to catch trades. So let's start from the last pair. Let's start from the last pair I have here, USD CHF. On the USD CHF pair, go to the weekly time frame, and I have to replay to see what happened there. I'll replay, and here's the weekly time frame on the USD CHF. Let's see what the daily time frame was saying. As at Monday last week, Monday it was showing kind of trying to form a bullish trend, bullish pattern here. So I'll have to slide to the 4 hours time frame to see what's happened on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see what the 4 hours was saying earlier before the market resumed that day. A little kind of break of structure happening here, which I found tricky on that Monday because it was not I was not having full confidence to take that trade that day. So I could have say this is a break of structure here, but I won't take this trade because there is no valid FVG on the trade, so I have to go to 2 hours to see if the FVG was valid on 2 hours time frame. Yeah, it was valid on 2 hours time frame, or almost covered already. There's something I call inducement or endorsement. I used to call it endorsement. That most times when markets try to respect a particular order block, come close to it without respecting any other block on the time frame, I call it inducement, because markets will always come and take out that week he left there to respect the other block it missed out. So on the 1 hour time frame, let's see what you have. Let's see where the other block is supposed to be. It's meant to be the other block. Yeah. So let's see what the market did. Let's see what the market did that day when it came to that zone. Market came down, missed the entry again, and keep going up. That was a sad one though. So that was a good setup to take, but fine. Missed it and just keep going up. So the rest of the day, the rest of the week, I was unable to see any setup on USD CHF. No setup on USD CHF. So I did say the week was not good for me on USD CHF because there was no setup after this setup that's failed. So let me go to the next pair I have here, which is Euro AUD. Let's see what happened on that pair. If I go to the weekly time frame and declare the line I have here. So I have to select a bar, select this bar, and let's see what the daily time frame was doing. On the daily time frame, there was no clear setup here. So let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours time frame, let's see what happened. On the 4 hours time frame, there's also trying to form a bullish momentum, a buy signal. So I'm just does not properly form the buy on this side. So we just wait to see what happened. Let's see what happened. Let me play to see what happened during the week. If it comes down to respect this zone, to see if it truly comes to respect it. So the week kept going for Euro AUD. I guess I was able to get a trade on Friday, and I had to close early due to my setup. Or I guess it's not really out here. Enter too early. So markets ranged in this zone. It's ranged in this zone. Here's the thing now. It's market ranging here, then break of structure here, and it came to respect this zone. Keep going down. I wouldn't have taken this trade because I was not seeing the FVG clearly. Just a little FVG here. which I wouldn't take. I'll just let market play out, keep playing. Let's see what happened. Yeah, this was the trade that happened on Friday. So I saw after all the range and everything, I had this break of structure here. This break of structure. I had this break of structure in this place. After the break of structure, then next I had my other block here. There's something fishy about this trade. I see a liquidity here waiting for market to clear it out. This liquidity, I do not consider it because I was analyzing with my phone, so I did not see the liquidity clearly. So I was supposed to mark out this liquidity. Instead of entering the trade from here, I was supposed to wait for market to come and clear this liquidity. Or if I want to enter from here, my SL would have been a bigger one. This would have been my SL. Instead of using a smaller SL, I would have used something this size. Yeah, something of this size. And my TP should have been something here 1 to 2. But let's see how this was supposed to play out if that was my entry. It came back to take me out. Wow, that's massive. So this was meant to be the liquidity it was meant to take out before pushing up. So I guess the market went against us. My analysis wasn't as perfect as I thought for that setup. Let's see what the next pair we had last week. Go back to the weekly time frame. You need to take out all these things, take it out, then I will have to replay for 1 week. Take the daily. Let's see what it says on daily. What's it saying on the daily time frame? We say it's trying to reverse to respect this other block here. Let me see what 4 hours is saying. In the 4 hours time frame. So this is the other block I have on 4 hours. So I'm supposed to find more of a buy on smaller time frame. This was a buy I saw on this here. So it's one buy I saw here. This buy here is an FVG here. So after the FVG, supposed to check the last bullish candle before the last bearish candle before the bullish move. This is the last bearish candle before the bullish move. I will have to set my entry here. My SL should be a little bit below this. Then this should be my TP. Let's see how this played out. Actually, I didn't take this trade because I did not notice it. So I would have said it's a missed trade for me if it plays out. This is market respected the entry I was waiting for, and boom. So it's as 1 to 4. Should have taken this trade the other day, but I was not attentive enough because I was having some other things I was attending to. So this is it. So we would have had one entry there, and this will be the next entry we would have been waiting for. That's a BOS here. Then this is the last bearish candle before the bullish move. Now what did the market do in this place? Let's see if market came to respect it or not. SI should be below this. So it's going to give us 1 to 6 if it comes to that place. As you can see, just keep going, and that was the last candlestick for this week, for last week, sorry, without respecting the zone. So we should be looking out for this because there's an FVG here which we want market to come and fill out this FVG, fill it up, and respect my entry to give us a sweet buy. Can hold this buy for 2 days because this pair does not has high volatility. So let's see what market is going to do today. I'm going to reanalyze all this trade later in the morning by 6 a.m. I'll be posting that as well on my YouTube channel. The next we have here is GBP NZD. The GBP NZD pair, what did the market do last week? Last week, this is the last week setup. We test, we play the week, and on a daily time frame, it doesn't seem cool for me on a daily time frame. Let's see what 4 hours has to say. The 4 hours time frame, it seems like a break of structure happened here, but now let's view it from a smaller time frame to see. Just like what I saw on the other pair, but this was not clear enough, so I wouldn't have take this trade. Let's see on 2 hours if it's clear enough. The FVG is not clear, it's looking tricky. So let's see what happens. It plays out a bit and give us entry. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, see, it comes to respect this place, but keeps going down. Thank God we did not take that trade. And this is the first breakout structure that happened. This is a breakout structure that happened here. And I guess throughout the whole week, market not come to respect this breakout structure here. But let's see what happened. Did it respect it? It keeps ranging down. It's supposed to come to pick this other block. Yeah, this last bearish candle. Because of the FVG we have here. Fill it up to pick it. So we'll be looking out for that next week. This new week, sorry. My bad. We go to the next pair. In the next pair here we have NZD card. On the NZD card, let's see what the weekly time frame has to say. Take this out and now let's go back to daily. On the daily time frame, what are we saying here? Since market came to respect this place, this other block here, let's see what 4 hours is saying. And the 4 hours does not seem clear enough for entry. So let's go down to the 1 hour, just looking for sell on this pair. Let's see what the market has. Searching for a clear break of structure before we can sell. No break yet. No break. Uh-oh. It bumped to the up. Fair enough. Yes, it had this break of structure finally after forming an M pattern. Yeah. It's called double top. Then expect it to fill up this FVG and respect this other block here. Well, I guess throughout the rest of the week, market just keep ranging in this box without going up to fill that up. So that was how the week went on. NZD card. Market did not go back to this point here. And it did not create a perfect entry on this side as well. So we're going to look into that tomorrow as well. Next we have your AUD NZD. On the AUD NZD trade, let's see what the weekly time frame did. The weekly time frame, take this out, and this is it. Let's see what the daily has to offer. What's the daily saying? Seems the daily is trying to come down to respect this on the weekly time frame. This way is coming to respect this on the weekly. So let's see what the daily says. Okay, let's just find more of a shot on the daily to come down to that spot. On the daily 4 hours, it must have respected this because this is a clear spot. Well, let's see what the 1 hour is saying about that. Wait for a break of structure for 1 hour if it's going up or down. It took a break to the upside. Good break for structure. That's to say it's respected the 4 hours for that block. Now let's see what is a break of structure here. US on this fair value gap. Fair value gap, and this is meant to be the other block. Well, I should look for the other block in 15 minutes to make it smaller because this other block seems too big. And this is the other block in 15 minutes. Now let's see what happened. Let me see what happened. This came to respect it as it should. It should have been my TP, and this would be my SL. Now let's see what would have happened if I took that trade. Boom. It came to respect that at first, then later went up. Oh, that was a nice one though. Nice try. Let's see. Next block of structure we should look at for is this and this other block. But we'll see what the market has to offer next week because we just kept changing without respecting that anymore. So we already know we would have had one win already in the format there. Let's see. This is Euro JPY. Euro JPY weekly. We make this snappy so you don't have to be a lengthy video and kind of boring if you keep watching just one thing for a long time. Let's see what the daily has to offer. Since the daily formed the break of structure here, which I expect it to come back to respect this other block. So I should be looking for more of a buy on the smaller time frame. Let's see what the 1 hour has to offer. If there's going to be a break of structure on 1 hour. Let's see. No clear break of structure yet. Now, as we all can see, sorry for that. I wouldn't have taken that trade. If I was seeing a break of structure in that place, this kind of a good one. If you go to the smaller time frame, 15 minutes, it isn't clear enough. Let me just let it pass. Let it slide. Because you must not catch everything. Just let it pass. I see. Because you came to respect this and start going up again. Start going up. And that was all for Euro JPY. So there was no place now. So on Euro JPY. That is the NZD CHF. NZD CHF on the daily time frame. What do we have here? Let's take this out. On the weekly time frame, let's see what the daily was saying when the week opened. No clear entry on the daily. Let's see the 4 hours. What's the 4 hours saying? Seems like there's no entry here as well. Just keep ranging at this point. Let's see if there's going to be an entry during the week. These days gave me wake of structure, expecting it to come back to respect this blue order block here, this bullish order block. And I guess market did not come back. So that's what the rest of the week just keep ranging around this spot. It gives me a perfect zone because once market range in such place close to another block, it makes the other block very, very valid. It makes the other block very valid. That's a good entry. So I use that as a good confirmation. Now on the next we have NZD USD. Let's see what the weekly time frame says for that. Now on the NZD USD, the weekly time frame, let me take out all these things here. Now let's see what the daily time frame is saying. NZD USD. I should expect more of it sell to this to fill it up. That other block there. Let's see what the market says. 4 hours. And this is the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame. There's a break of structure here to activate that sell I'm expecting. And this other block here. Make my SL a bit above this. Then my TP should come down a bit since I'm looking for my 1, 2, 3. Let's see if it's going to give me 1, 2, 3. If that's too far. Now let's see. This entry might seems too big, so I'll just go down to 15 minutes to reduce to see if it's smaller there. It's the same thing, so I'll go back to 5 minutes. Let's see. And the 5 minutes was the same. Yeah, I have an entry at the upside here. This entry. So that will help me to reduce my SL for the 1 hour. To be my SL. And into my TP here. This is 1, 2, 3. Let's see. What did the market do? Just kept ranging. Did not go to my zone. Left my zone. Just kept ranging, and going downward. So basically, there was no entry for me on the NZD USD for last week. So the market just played around, and that was all for NZD USD. Let me take this out, and let me see what the GBP card did for last week as well. GBP card for last week. Daily time frame. Expecting it to go up a bit to test this zone and keep going down. Let me see what the forward. Let me see if anybody joined the live yet. Okay, I guess some people joined the live already. Welcome. Now let's see what happens on the 4 hours. On the 4 hours time frame, no entry. Then on the 1 hour, is there any entry on the 1 hour? There was nothing yet on the 1 hour, so let's play to see what happened. No clear break of structure, so I could not mark anything out yet. No clear break of structure. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me right? Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yes.
So let's see what happens on the GBP card. Give a break of structure on this place with an FVG. This is a good one though, but let's see what the daily time frame is still saying on this point. It does not respect this zone. So taking an entry, a sell from that place would be a very risky trade to take, which I will not do. I'll just wait for it to see if it goes up to that side and respect it. So we'll even enjoy this our sell down to somewhere better. But let's take that as a missed trade for that week. So if we had take this sell here, the GBP card, this is the first proper break of structure it gave here. It was a break of structure here, and this was the entry. You see the 5 minutes, was the 5 minutes saying. So as you all can see, we missed a lot of trade last week. And that gave me a major drawdown on my account, which I need to recover this week or next. Let's see what the market is going to do for us this week. So it came to respect this other block on the, they even respect the 15-minute as well. Then which other block did they respect? So they respect the 30 minutes and 1 hour. So if I was taking this trade as usual, when I used to set my entry at 15 minutes, I would have missed the trade because it did not pick me. I like setting my entry on 15 or 5 minutes. And let's see the next one. We have a GBP AUD weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, what do we have? Let's take this bar out and daily. What was the daily saying? No entry on daily yet. 4 hours, nothing. 1 hour. No break of structure. Let's see how the week starts for 1 hour. There's no break of structure. The chart is not looking clear on GBP AUD for Monday last week. So I was not seeing the chart clearly because there was no clear entry, nothing. But let's see what the market did. Just kept playing around, and this would have been a good one, good entry at this point. But there's no FVG to fill out at that spot, so I'll just let it play out to see if it comes to respect it. It came to respect it, so that's a good one. It came back after creating the break of structure here. The break of structure. Literally there was an FVG, but it failed to fill up. It filled out the FVG and kept ranging, which gave us this double head liquidity. It was this double head liquidity here, which we have to use as small entry, which I used to call inducement sometimes, inducement or adjustment, anyhow you call it. So this is how it is spelled. How do they spell inducement? Spelled this way. I don't know if I spell it right. Something like this. This is how it is spelled. So I hope you see this clearly. That's how it is spelled. So give us this inducement here, and we would have set our entry this way at this point. The two above this entry, this the two above the other block, and this would be our TP. So we are giving us sweet 1 to 4, which we missed last week. All good. We try to pay more attention this week. Next, we have the AUD CHF. The AUD CHF, what did the market do for last week? Let's see, taking out the week. The daily time frame, 4 hours. Since the 4 hours came to respect another block here, but I will not take my trade from 4 hours. I have to go to 1 hour to see if there will be a break of structure to confirm this other block there. Let's see. It's kind of gave me a break of structure here, but it's not clear enough for 1 hour. So we have to check it on 30 minutes to see if it's clear enough, or 15 minutes rather. See how clear it is. So I can take this to be a break. Then this will be my entry points. Now to set my entry here. See in 1 hour. And show my SL is below this. Let me see what the market did. Seems it kept moving without coming down. Towards the end of the week, it never came down to respect that entry there. So we're going to see what the new week has tomorrow when we analyze the market. Next we have the Euro CHF. And the Euro CHF, let's see what the weekly time frame said. And the weekly took out the weekly time frame already. Let's see the daily. What's the daily saying? Seems the daily just keep dumping. So to see if small sell should be on 4 hours or 1 hour rather. Let's see. We'll wait for a break of structure 1 hour. We'll find entry. Should come to respect it. Now we can sell from this point if market comes to respect this place. But it seems the whole week market did not come close to that zone. Just kept ranging around in this place without giving any clear entry as well. This Thursday already, this Friday, and that's the end of the market without coming up. So just kept ranging on this zone. So we should look out for more entry in Euro CHF, like most likely to sell. So on the weekly time frame for CAD CHF, let's take it out and see what happened on the weekly time frame. Hope I did not take out 2 weeks. Sorry. Seems I took out 2 weeks. Let's see. Daily. Mid-daily, there is no clear entry yet. But it seems like more of a sell on daily, even on the 4 hours. Let's see what the 1 hour offers. In the 1 hour, there's no clear break of structure. Just keep hoping there will be a break of structure. So we find entry. There's no break of structure yet. No break of structure. No break of structure. No break of structure. No break of structure. This Friday already. Guess that's all for the week. Nothing on card CHF as well. Nothing on card CHF. So next we're going to check the Euro card. Yes, we're rounding up. Just few pairs left. The Euro card last week. What do we have on the Euro card as last week? The daily time frame. There was no entry on 4 hours. It seems like a break of structure and comes to respect this place. But let's see if 4 hours is going to respect there before we find the entry on 1 hour. This is Tuesday. Just kept ranging on this spot without coming down. Wednesday, it came a bit close. On Thursday, it went down to take out this liquidity here, which is fair enough for me. So I shouldn't have taken that because I was hoping that this is a 4 hours range. So I want a break of structure, a change of character when it comes to this place for me to enter the trade properly. So there was no change of character, I just kept going down. That's why sometimes I don't like taking trade from higher time frame because I want to see confirmation in my smaller time frame before I can take the trade. And this is CHF JPY. Let's see what CHF JPY had last week. On the daily time frame. Since market break a structure here and then come back to respect this 24 hours. Okay, the 1 hour I should be looking for buy on 1 hour. Let's see if there's going to be a clear buy for me on 1 hour. There's no clear buy, but market gave me more of a sell here. It should be a risky move for me. Looking at the daily time frame, it already wants to go back to respect this. Most likely might come down to this, which I can still consider to go for a sell on that pair as well. But the 4 hours just kept ranging. And the 1 hour seems to be ranging in a particular place here. But let's see what happens. Let's observe. See, it broke the structure. So imagine me taking a sell from there. Should have used me as liquidity. So just keep ranging again. And that was how the market closed for CHF JPY. Next we have USD card. On the USD card, let's see what the weekly time frame did. Daily. In the daily time frame. Sorry. In daily time frame. Since market is coming up to respect this before it continues dumping. Now let's see. Giving us kind of a break of structure which we have to confirm on the smaller time frame to be sure. Yeah, the break was so far that it should be here. Because there's one pattern in market that when it forms this like this, come down to respect this, go up again, another break of structure. Then it misses this other block here and it goes up for another break of structure. You should not enter from this place because market will most likely come down to respect this one it missed before going up again. So this pattern mostly happens in the market. We should be mindful of it. So let's see if it's going to come down to respect this as suspected. It seems it's just kept ranging at the top there the rest days of the week without coming down to respect it. Most likely. Because this is Wednesday. This Thursday already. And this is Friday. So market did not come down to respect that. Next we have the USD JPY. The USD JPY, let's see what the weekly time frame is saying. It's already 45 minutes. I should be rounding up the video shortly. Then on the daily, let's see. I want it to come to this place, which means it's going to take this out. Let's see if hours will be giving us more of the buy entry. Go down to 1 hour and see. Sure, see what happened here. It's kind of a break of structure here on 30 minutes. There's a break of structure here on 30 minutes. Let's confirm on 15 minutes and see if the break of structure was valid. Expecting market to come down to this place. There's no way it's going to come there. It's already missed it going to the top. It's kind of missed it already. And I guess that was how the week went for USDJPY. So the only trade we would have got was NZD. The first pair we analyzed, that was the only trade we would have got. And this is AUD card. On AUD card, I remember we took a trade on AUD card on Friday and it was going the wrong direction because of AUD, USD, and other kind of liquidity I did not notice at first for entering this thing. So I'm so sorry for using my phone to analyze that day. Wasn't expecting such mistake. Well, anytime you make mistake in the market, you just have to pay for your mistakes. This is the 1 hour time frame. See what it looks like in 1 hour. First, I should go back to the daily and see again. What's the daily giving me? Just uptrend. What's the 4 hours giving me? More of a buy. So let's see. We'll have a confirmation on 1 hour before we can jump in on any buy. This is just Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday gave us a buy, a sell from this point. But the overall trend is buy, so we shouldn't have taken this sell from here, which I did not notice because I was just analyzing with phone. Damn, it's really bad. You need to analyze with a bigger screen and look what you have for the day and the week as well. This is what the 4 hours has. The daily time frame is here going to respect any. Okay, it's going to respect this other block. Let's see what 1 hour is saying. If we can get more sales to that other block there. There's already a sell here with the entry other block here. Did market go up to respect the other block? No, it did not. But this is Wednesday already. Thursday, Friday. That was how the week ended. So we all see, looking for it, our sell was premature for that trade. And let's see what GBP CHF did for the week. GBP CHF for the week. Let's see. Daily time frame. There was no entry on daily time frame. 4 hours. There is no entry, no sign. So we respected this. So it's going to have more of a sell. Let's see if it kept selling. Did it kept selling? Let's see. Play and see what happened. seems to be buying. Came down to sell. Let's see. It's going to form BOS for us to enter. There's no BOS yet. Just kept selling. All through it was just selling. So there was no clear entry for that as well. That was all for the week for GBP CHF. So the week was not that volatile, I guess. For me, other traders might find it volatile, depending on the strategy they are using to find entry. So this is the daily time frame. Expecting markets to come here if it's going to sell. So we're going to find a buy up to that point. Let's see if market's going to give us a buy or it keeps selling. Now this is a break of structure that happened here. Good one. But you know what scares me about the break of structure is this liquidity here, which I know market is going to use a lot of traders for liquidity. Let's see if it's going to come down or it's going to stop here. So if you would have been taking this trade, you have a big SL, except you want to wait for the liquidity to be cleared, which means you might miss out if it does not come that far to clear liquidity. And you can see it did came that far. See, it took out this other block here, come down to this place before the reversal. I guess I was following up this trade last week, but when I did not see it coming down to take out this liquidity, I just have to say just leave the trade. It's not coming, it's not going to go my way. And it did. But I will not regret it because I was just waiting for more confirmation. Take out this liquidity and I enter. And let's see the next one, this Euro GBP. Remember we took a trade on this, which was just ranging, and we have to close out early just to close for the day. Let's see what the weekly did on Euro GBP. The weekly, this is the weekly. There seems to be more of a trying to create a buy zone which has not created properly, so it might sell downwards to respect the buy zone which it wants to create there. So let's see what happens on the 4 hours. The 4 hours. And the 4 hours then. Yeah, and the 1 hour there was not seen like a sell yet. So it's just ranging. Just kept ranging. And this is a wake up structure here. It's a good wake up structure. If we were expecting market, or we're expecting on the daily time frame, was our expectation to keep going up or to come down to pump onto this side. What was the 4 hours showing us? A break of structure here and a BOS here, break of structure here and a BOS here. So taking a buy from this point wouldn't have been a good idea because it will use you as liquidity. Let's see what happens. This is Thursday already. And noting this is Thursday, this is Friday, and because there was no clear entry, that was why I got a break of structure at one point and we had to sell from there. The break of structure was here, then my entry was somewhere here, then we sell, just kept ranging without taking us out. The next we have NZDJPY. NZDJPY for the whole of last week just kept ranging. Very annoying because I was waiting for one entry there. Let's see what the daily time frame was saying. The daily time frame came to respect this particular zone. Yeah, let's see 4 hours. As far as saying, let's wait for a break of structure on 1 hour and see if it goes our way. We just kept ranging without giving a break of structure. And there was a break of structure here without a clear FVG, which matters to me sometimes because I'll just be like, there's no FVG. What's going to fuel the market to push it up? That was how the week went. No entry at the end. No proper break of structure. And here we have the AUD JPY. AUD JPY, let's see what the weekly time frame was saying. And daily, 4 hours. Daily seems to be going downward. Then it should come back to respect this if it's going to pump. Let's see. 1 hour. There was no change of character on 1 hour. Okay, there was a change of character here. So the change of character here. Change of character is still the same thing as BOS, which I'm going to explain that better in class, difference between those two. If we want to take a buy from here, let's see if market will come down to that zone. Wow, brothers, we missed a lot of trade. A lot of trade. This is a double bottom, which I would have considered to be more liquidity for my trade. So if I'm to enter this trade from here, I will set my SL below this, or rather I'll come down to this side to find entry and have my TP here, something like this. Let's see if it played out. So it did not come down for that liquidity I was expecting it to come for. So only respected the other block here and kept pumping upward, which is fine. Things happens like that most times. For the rest of the week, it did not come down anymore. Once you see this is just a miss entry for you. You just have to take it out and wait for another setup. If you keep waiting for that setup, after it has respected the other block on 1 hour, it will just come down to use it as liquidity. Now this is GBP USD. There's 2 more to go. The GBP USD, I was expecting market to come down to here before pushing upward. Let's see what 4 hours had and 1 hour rather. 4 hours gave more of a sell already without I was expecting that other block here. This other block here. So it gave more of a sell signal already. We need to see a confirmation on 1 hour to be able to take it. I was expecting market to come up here before I sell. But I guess the week went zigzag. Because market did not come to that spot. I was waiting. I waited patiently. There should be an entry if market will come to this place. But very risky one because this is not that valid, but this is more valid. It was Friday, nothing on Friday, and that was all for the week. And here we have GBP JPY. This was my favorite pair for this month. I did a lot of crazy move with this pair. For last week, there was no good entry for this pair except the trade I shared on the in the community. That was when I've forgotten the date again. So just restored the really good guys. to, yeah, I'm back. On the 4 hours, let's see what the 4 hours had. And I wanted to come up to that side, which I saw on the daily. Let's see, daily already created a week, not a clear one. So let's see what happens. No clear breakout structure. So there was no entry on GBP, JPY. Because we're expecting more of a buy. So if I choose to sell in such situation, I'm just using myself as liquidity. This is Friday and there was nothing. So last but not okay, this is not the last. This is GBP, this is Euro USD. Last should be XAUSD. My favorite pair. GBP USD daily time frame. If you daily time frame to come to this place and expect it to continue selling, but if you should come to this place, you still can continue buying, which I'm seeing like more of a buy. But let's see what the 4 hours is saying. 4 hours is giving the same thing, but let's see what 1 hour will say. If it will sell a bit, give us a breakout structure and continue buying. Came down to this place I was waiting for. So now let's see if it's going to give a breakout structure before we can start anything. So you just keep dumping. It happens most times. You just let it be. If it's dumping, don't be fast to say, I need to catch a trade. Here's a breakout. Yes, it would have been a good entry if it comes back to this point, which it did. Came back to respect this, but that was all for the week. Now XAUUSD. Let's see what XAUUSD did for last week. For the weekly time frame, I told you I mostly use another strategy which I'm going to explain for XAUSD. I don't see SMC working for me on XAUSD, so I just use another strategy to analyze it. XAUSD on the daily time frame, what am I looking at? What was I looking at? Then there was no entry here, but on the 4 hours, I was looking out for something on the 4 hours time frame. That's which is this. I call it a continuation pattern. Market should come and respect this before it keeps going up. Let me see what the 1 hour was doing. And there's another continuation pattern here. I made mention of this during the last live stream. I said market should respect. If the market respect, it is expected to open and start dumping, which we would have expect something like this to happen. Dump to this point. I say dump, I mean sell. But let's see what happened when the market opened. You can see who would have caught that trade. Very sweet one. Dump to this point. Here now, expect more of a buy from this point. But let's see if it's got from there. Sweet 1/8. You did not buy, just keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. As it's going down now, you notice a pattern. When it created this break, it created this break now. You see what happened? I would have waited for entry here. Entry on this point. I went for entry on this point. This would have been my sell for this. I wouldn't have taken this because the SL, I want the SL to be above this candlestick, and it should be a very big SL for me. So I will not take that trade. But let's see what happened. More of the trade that happened here. That's the. So it kept pumping, without any clear entry sign. So this was the last entry I saw on Thursday, I guess. and we took that trade together. We only had one ratio two for this. This was the entry. When market came to this point, I had to sell from here. You guys remember that trade we took? I had to sell from here. And we only had one ratio two, I guess, because we closed early on that trade. We had one ratio two. Very, very short trade, but at least it helped. But the rest of the week just kept going. So we're going to see what the new week has to offer. Maybe market might open above this or below. Let's see what happens. We're going to analyze more of it tomorrow. I will set the live stream for tomorrow and see. We can meet up with the time in the morning. So that will be all for today. Thanks for joining and do have a wonderful evening.